Our twin brothers, Cameron and Caden Boozer, following the footsteps of their dad, former NBA forward Carlos Boozer, committed to the Blue Devils today. Cameron's ranked number 2 in the ESPN 100. Caden ranked 17th. A winner-take-all Game 5 for the Padres and Dodgers in the National League Division Series tonight. Coverage at 7:30 Eastern, ESPN Radio. LA starts Yoshi Yamamoto versus San Diego's Yu Darvish. Dodgers first baseman Freddie Freeman expected to return from that ankle issue. The winner of tonight's game will have home field advantage in the NLCS against the Mets. NFL Bears already without safety Jaquan Brisker Sunday against the Jaguars in London. Could be without another member of their starting secondary. Cornerback Tyreek Stevenson injured his calf at practice yesterday, is listed as doubtful.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
From the University of Alabama, this is Crimson Tide Today. It's a daily update on Bama sports, and it's brought to you by Guthrie's. America's original chicken finger restaurant is an official partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. For franchise information, visit Guthrie'sChicken.com. Hello again, everybody. I'm Roger Hoover. On yesterday's edition of Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR, we were joined by Alabama running back Justice Haynes.
Just trusting the process, coming in, it was always just preparing each and every week, each and every day. Like I was RB1, even if whatever the depth chart said, just trusting God, trusting that he had a plan for me, but just really trusting the process, and I knew going into the game, we had a package that I was going to be in. I was in earlier in the game. Didn't know how many times was being called, but every game I prepared the same way that I did for Michigan. It didn't change my preparation just because we were playing in the college football semifinals against Michigan, whether we were playing whoever.
I'll have more in moments.
Guthrie's was America's first chicken finger restaurant, and now Guthrie's Golden Fried Chicken Fingers is your Bama tailgate headquarters. Make Guthrie's and their famous signature dipping sauce your one-stop shop for all your tailgate needs. Order online or call ahead and place your game day orders now. Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant, and now an official partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. For franchise information, visit Guthrie'sChicken.com.
We've got you covered for Alabama football against South Carolina on Saturday. Our radio coverage will start at 8 a.m. all across the radio network, the Varsity Network app, as well as the Yay Alabama booth cam, streaming live on all CTSN social media platforms. Airtime 8 a.m., kickoff at 11 against the Gamecocks. Crimson Tide Today is brought to you by Guthrie's. Crimson Tide Today is a production of the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Now, funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you.
You're tired.
Well, the lunchtime whistle and the morning's finally done. I'm jumping in my car, I'm gonna have a little fun. The Dawghouse Network's on my radio dial. Big Dog's taking care of business for a while. If you're listening to another station I don't understand, nobody does it like Tom Abraham.
Give us a call, Steve.
He's a northern-bred, southern-fed, slick-talking guy. Listeners in his posse are the Junkyard Dogs. The SEC from Tennessee to calling them hogs. From Gainesville up to Lexington to the Tide and Tiger Land, nobody does it like Tom Abraham.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond?
Go on a Friday. It is the third hour of the Morning Blitz, this time on the Tom Abraham Show, as Tom is somewhere on a boat on Lake Martin. Is that right? Is that how we're looking at this? He is on a boat in Lake Martin right now, and I am hanging out with you for the next 2 hours, but I am not alone, and I'm not even going to try to do this big, long diatribe and everything without going ahead and bringing in the other Abraham, I would say, extremely more talented one, but that's just me. John Abraham is with me as well, as he is here on this wonderful Friday.
I'm the producer of this show. If I didn't step up, you're nowhere. I put this thing together on a spit and polish.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
I have a sentimental weakness for my children, and I spoil them, as you can see. They talk when they should listen.
Give me back my son!
I don't like violence, Tom. I'm a businessman.
I'm telling you, there's an embarrassing press conference in that kid's future.
You ain't first, you're last. He's got Abraham down.
What a catch! What a catch! A leaping catch at the 45-yard lines, and he brings it in.
You know I got to hear that sounder every single time I'm on this show.
Well, no, that's the reason why I do it, as a matter of fact. I wanted to make sure that we got it because we had to hear your highlight. That's exactly
my
what it
one
was.
highlight.
Your one highlight, man. Hey, look, we all only have one highlight. It's okay. Okay, it is totally fine by us if you only have one highlight. But yes, John Abraham is joining me today, as he does every single Monday through Friday from 9 to 11 o'clock on 97.7 ESPN The Zone and ESPN Winchester, as you can listen to us every single day on both of those radio stations, including the 97.7 ESPN The Zone app, which is where you're going to need and what you are going to need for tonight, because we have a ton of high school football is getting going, as Steve Moulton is actually over in the other room right now, getting everything, finalizing it all so that we are all good to go for the Zone High School Sports Network, as that's going to be getting going, depending on which game you're listening to, between 6:40 and 7 o'clock on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Buckhorn and Southside Gadsden is going to be happening. You can listen to it right there. On Zone 2, you have Madison Academy at New Hope. On Zone 3, you're actually going to have our high school game of the week, which is going to be Grissom and Florence.
No, it's not.
What?
It's not.
I thought it was Zone 3.
I don't know what got us all mixed up with that in the last show, but it's actually going to be on Zone 6.
Zone 6?
It's going to be on Zone 6.
I didn't know we had a Zone 6.
That's what I'm saying, all right? You're still fresh with the thing, and I understand that, all right?
We have a Zone 6?
We got a Zone 6.
Okay,
we have that many
Zone
networks
6
over on the app, so definitely download that, Apple, Android devices, all that good stuff. But, yes, you'll be able to listen to that one on Zone 6. Right now, Randolph is on a bye. If you go to Zone 3, you're just going to get taken right to Tom over on Zone 1 with that Buckhorn matchup.
So go to Zone 6 is what you need to do. Go to Zone 6, and that's what you need to be doing, to be listening to that one. So Zone 6 is where we're going to have Grissom and Florence from Joe Davis Stadium, which, if you're listening in Tennessee, Joe Davis Stadium is probably an Aaron Rodgers throw away from our studio.
Prime Aaron Rodgers, or
yeah, I would say prime Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
I'm going through a book right now about the 100 great things that we love about football. And it was they just did a chapter on Aaron Rodgers and all the Hail Marys that he has thrown in his career. I listened to that just a little while ago in between the Morning Blitz and and Tom Abraham show. So it's fresh in my mind when I said Aaron Rodgers, because everybody who's listened to either radio show knows how much I loathe him with a passion.
I'm pretty sure they all know the last 2 episodes of the Morning Blitz have kind of gone the way against the New York Jets, but I've always been the one advocating for him because I'm still a fan.
Look, if you're just dumb enough to think that Todd Downing is actually going to be a great offensive coordinator, then that's on you.
Maybe I am.
But look, I'm pretty sure that you also know about all the things that come with Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy as well. That's on you. That's fully on you. Kids are in school. So you also have on Zone 4, James Clemens and Sparkman taking place. And I'm telling you, the broadcast that these two guys put on for James Clemens and Sparkman, absolutely top-notch NFL level type stuff. Okay.
They need to know what they do.
They need to go over, and you need to listen to the way that the Zone 4 is done, because that is top-notch stuff. There are 32 NFL teams. I want to say that maybe this broadcast is better than, I would say, at least 25 of them.
I mean, we have a field mic. I don't know how much more intense we are.
Them, okay, I'm going to say at least 25.
Okay, that's more reasonable.
Okay, on Zone 5, you've got Westminster and Madison County, and then as you're also on that 97.7 ESPN The Zone app, you can also hop in, and you also need to listen to WZZN Talk Radio, where Albertville Huntsville is going to take place, where you can also and may want to download the WZZN Talk Radio app, because during baseball season, you can also hear the Atlanta Braves over there as well when they're not on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. But between the hour that we have been on 97.7 with the Morning Blitz and on ESPN Winchester, we've had a few things happen. All right, first, the opening line for Alabama and Tennessee in the third week in October. That game has its first line, and it's Alabama's favored right now by 2.5. Don't know if that's going to change or if it's going to change within the next hour or two. Because once the line comes out, we start to see where the big money is starting to go on that. So we'll talk to Lee Sterling about that coming up at 1:00. Also, when it comes to fantasy football, you need to know this, because not only do the San Francisco 49ers not have Christian McCaffrey, but his backup is now out for a period of time, because the 49ers are saying that running back Jordan Mason has suffered a sprained AC joint. It's not considered serious, but that happened last night during the game with the Seahawks. And so that is going to keep him out for some period of time.
Is it going to stop the power that this running game is, though, for the 49ers? Because last night they looked fine.
No, so far, the 49ers are going to be without Jordan Mason, as we just mentioned. Christian McCaffrey still out, even though he is eligible to come back because he's already served his 4 weeks for IR, like it's a suspension. But he's already had his 4 games for the IR. It's tendonitis that he has in his Achilles. They have no clue about when he's going to be coming back.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them. Not just one, but both.
2.
Linebacker Dre Greenlaw has a torn Achilles. He is out. You have defensive tackle Javon Hargrave has a torn tricep. He is out. And they also have a safety that is out as well. Those are all the injuries for the San Francisco 49ers, yet they still won last night.
Well, they were playing the Seattle Seahawks, and it's a team that, yes, could slow you down a little bit with their defense, but their offense, it's just so hard for that team to get moving because they haven't established a run game in the last 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, Kenneth Walker's back there, and he's pretty much just the elf on the shelf.
And why not Charbonnet? Okay,
why not?
I mean, look, it's not just something that ladies drink whenever they want to get ready for pre-gaming on a Friday night. All right,
Chardonnay, yeah,
it doesn't matter. But still, same thing. You just want to make sure you've got him in the backfield too. You've got 2 great running backs. Don't use them.
Don't use them.
Don't use them at all.
Because the 49ers, they have like 3 or 4 great running backs, and they're using all of them. And you see the success that they can have if you do establish that run game.
Yes. Now, and then also happening last night, you have Major League Baseball. Tigers and Guardians, they're going to Game 5. That's going to be Saturday night at 7:00. You need to find a way to watch 2 televisions, okay? I know you're going to have really big football games happening on Friday night, but you're also going, or Saturday night, you're also going to make sure you're going to want to watch this Game 5 because the first 4 games of this series has been so amazing.
Yeah.
It's been so much fun. And then there were only 4 games with the New York Yankees and the Kansas City Royals. It sucks too because I actually had a Kansas City Royals jersey that I was going to rock today.
Oh,
it was a Bo Jackson jersey.
Oh,
it was. Yeah. I was ready for it.
Yeah.
And then the Royals end up losing last night, and the Yankees advance to the ALCS where they're going to take on either the Tigers or the Guardians.
I'm just saying, this is the problem that the Royals had. It was just one guy, and his name was Giancarlo Stanton. I mean, it was just tough the whole time through.
Which is crazy because Giancarlo Stanton has never really done much in the playoffs for the Yankees to begin with. And honestly, up until maybe that home run that he had last night or 2 nights ago, his biggest postseason / big game moment may have been in the WBC when he was playing for Team USA. Like that may have been his best big game home run that he has ever hit. And that was in the World Baseball Classic. That wasn't even in October.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're a Marlin, you don't really get many October moments. So I kind of get it. So, but he hasn't been healthy for the Yankees either.
Yeah.
But now help me out with this, okay? Because we've got the Friday trifecta coming up here in just a bit. We're going to get to that. But yes, you are a Yankee fan. your whole family seems to be Yankees fans. Is that true? Is the whole family a Yankee fan?
Every single fan is actually a part of our family. I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, it's the other way around.
Got you. So they're playing in Abraham Stadium is really what it is, because every single Yankee hat that is sold actually goes to the Abraham.
Well, we tried to actually get it to where, the stadium would be called Abraham Stadium, but actually they just said, hey, how about you guys settle for a bridge near Livonia, New York? And I was like, okay.
Where in heaven's name is Livonia?
Rochester?
I mean, I've heard of Rochester. I've never heard of Livonia.
It's where Tom used to coach. He used to coach high school football.
Okay, well, maybe Tom should talk about that more so I would know who and where Livonia is.
You know what?
I've never heard him say the word Livonia. I've also only been back for a month and a half, but still.
You saying to talk more about Tom's past is definitely something the listeners want to hear.
Well, I mean, look, he does it, okay? At some point in time, it's just saying you were a coach. You could say the schools you were a coach at.
Yeah.
And then I would be able to know where Livonia is, because I've never even heard of that.
Well, here's the thing. I got a lot of Tom's lore from our long road trips to Atlanta, to SEC Media Days, all of that stuff. So I've gotten the whole rundown multiple times, and I still can't remember every single place that he coached at.
Yes.
Or did play calling for.
He's like the Josh Johnson of coaching. Josh Johnson of the NFL has like 65 different jerseys.
I don't know if I'd say that. He's only been in the eastern area of America, whereas Josh Johnson's been, West Coast, East Coast, down in Mexico, maybe a little bit up in the Canadian football, all that.
He may have played in the AAF. I don't really know. He's probably played in the UFL.
He's better than the AAF. Come on now.
Look, man, okay, there's not the AAF. That's where that line is, because if you were listening on the Morning Blitz, Jeff called it, like everything football-wise is better than college basketball. The AAF was not better than
You're not wrong.
Basketball.
It was a little gross. Johnny Manziel, though,
look,
he played for that league.
My line is spring football. The moment that we talk spring football, that is where I am done with this, okay? And I know, John, you love talking spring football. I can't do it, man. I cannot get into spring football.
I got to scratch the itch somehow, and the AFL wasn't doing it for me.
Also, if I'm going to be on camera the whole time, you're going to be on camera. Stop taking yourself off the camera.
I'm so tired.
You're tired, and we still have like 16 hours of work that we've got to do today.
I made the mistake of staying up late so I could play my buddy in college football 25 last night.
That's a you problem.
All right?
That's a you problem.
And I ended up losing regardless. I think I was Georgia and he was Oregon, and he actually saw me lose as Oregon to Alabama when he walked into the house. So it was very, very degrading for me.
So that's a you fault. We'll grab you a Red Bull. I'm telling you, Red Bull watermelon, legit.
I'm not a huge fan of the Red Bull, but I understand.
I'm telling you, like I wasn't either, but I'm telling you, at about 5:00 tonight, when we're pulling up to Sparkman High School, you're going to sit there and go, that Red Bull watermelon you were talking about? I'm pretty sure we need to go stop and grab one of those beforehand.
It's called the double shots Starbucks.
Okay, I'm sure you said the Starbucks part of that.
That's my thing.
Okay,
let's
go ahead and get the trifecta going, because when we come back on the Tom Abraham Show, it is the Friday trifecta. We have 4 games for you to pick. Going to go ahead and give those to you so you can go ahead and get in on the show one of 2 different ways, okay? Because you have the opportunity to do like a lot of people do, and that is to call 256-5764
97.7.
Or you can also text Tom. Now, look, Tom is somewhere on a boat. Don't think that he's actually going to be able to reply back to you right now. But if you want to, you can text him at 732-9TA-SHOW. That's 732-982-7469. But here are your Friday trifecta games that you're going to be picking from today. Florida, plus 15.5 against Tennessee. South Carolina, plus 21.5 at Alabama. Red River rivalry, where right now Oklahoma is plus 14.5 against Texas. And then your bonus pick is going to be Ohio State minus 3.5 against Oregon. Those are your Friday trifecta picks, which means the phone lines are now open to you at 256-5764.
97.7.
This is the Tom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone, as well as ESPN Winchester.
Owen Home Appliance Center features the biggest names in home appliances like Viking, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, GE, and Frigidaire. But they also have great brands that you may not know, like Mela, Forno, Z-Line, Invisicook, and Beko. But no matter what, they all get delivered the day you buy, and they service everything they sell. And at the Lacey Springs showroom, just 8 miles south of the river on 231, you'll find a totally interactive showroom where you can hear the dishwashers wash and the freezer's free and see the cookies get baked in the double ovens. Owen Home Appliance Center will even wash and dry a load of clothes for you so that you can see how great the products are. And they have ice machines making all kinds of ice, cubed, nugget, and top hat. How is that for variety? Owen Home Appliance Center believes in community involvement as well, sponsoring youth teams, race cars, and an annual Easter egg hunt. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service is the name of the game for Owen Home Appliance Center. Find them in Somerville and Lacey Springs and online at owenappliance.com.
Eagle Masonry and Installation. It's right there in the name. Eagle is your one-stop shop for block, stone, or brickwork, monument signs, and outdoor kitchens and fireplaces. Eagle also offers the finest craftsmanship and insulation, including fiberglass or spray foam insulation, and of course, insulation removal. Philip Love and his team have years of experience bringing the region the best in masonry and insulation services. For more information and a quote, visit insulatewitheagle.com or call 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
Embark on a flavorful journey at the Brewers Cooperative, located within the vibrant community hub of Stovehouse in Huntsville. Their brewery isn't just about crafting exceptional beers. It's a destination where culinary delights and local brews harmonize. Whether you're seeking a laid-back lunch or a lively dinner with friends, their diverse menu has something to please every palate. And with a commitment to quality and a passion for innovation, they invite you to savor the unique flavor of Huntsville's craft beer scene at the Brewers Cooperative.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is one of the teams that's going to be in your Friday trifecta on the Tom Abraham Show. I am Joe Hunk, John Abraham here as well. You can hear us every single Monday through Friday from 9 to 11 on the Morning Blitz on 97.7 ESPN The Zone, as well as ESPN Winchester. You can also watch us, and you can see all of John's faces he makes when I make outlandishly dumb comments, because that does happen a lot.
I don't do that.
No, you do.
We're very expressive.
No, you are very expressive, which is the reason why you always want to watch us on YouTube by simply going to WZZN TV. You can also go to X at 977 ESPN or ESPN Winchester, and you can watch us there because we are on both of those right now as we speak. But the Friday trifecta is live and kicking, and so we are going to go ahead and get this thing going at 256-576-4977. And let's start it off with Wolverine Dan, Natty Dan. How's it going, sir?
Listen, my man, I just got done soil conditioning my flower bed in front of my house, and I'm washing off my beautiful limestone sidewalk in front of it. Okay, beautiful day. Awesome. I laid out all the Halloween stuff, brother. It's all good. Plus, I put up my Michigan. It says my flag. It says Michigan Wolverines, fan for life. And then below it says Wolverine Dan.
Do you have one that has like the national championship stuff on it?
Yes, I'm looking at it right here.
Okay.
2023, beating Bama's ass, and we won the dang national championship.
That's got to be a really big banner. Does it got all of that written on it?
No, dude, I got two banners. I got two of them. I double dipping, baby.
Hey, no, but the reason why I'm just asking is because I was like, look, man, if you got the national championship and you want to be called Natty Day, like you got to have that natty stuff everywhere. It's got to be obnoxiously everywhere.
I got it, man. I got it. Don't worry about it. I'm working on Daniel and the Lions. Then that's my next one. Now, with that said, you know, my brother lives in a town called Livonia, Michigan. No kidding. There's a Livonia, Michigan.
Wait, there's two cities in this country that have that name on it? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No, I am not kidding you. My brother Ralph, my youngest brother Ralph, he lives in Livonia, Michigan.
Very cool.
No, not kidding you.
There's
Hey,
a Livonia,
listen.
Georgia. What the heck?
There's Livonias everywhere.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, here's the deal. Now, I know who we got next to you, and he's a big, pinstriper. But listen, it didn't work out well. I was hoping Sobel would be the starting pitcher, would play the Yankees. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. So what's going to happen is that we're going to Sobel's going to shut him down in Cleveland. We're going to win the series. And then what's going to happen is Yankees, you better get some runs early on the pitchers we're throwing in the first game, because when Sobel comes in, he's going to shut you down.
Yeah, I have a feeling that if the Tigers make it past Cleveland on Friday night or Saturday night, that he would probably be pitching Game 3 back in Detroit. I think that's where it's going to be, and that game and that atmosphere would be absolutely electric if he's pitching Game 3.
I'm telling you right now, Tigers, do quite well against the Yankees past several years. You know that they have.
I do, and here's the thing: is like I'm all about team gear. Like I have so many different baseball hats. I have so much different team gears, except for one or two teams. And all I've got for Detroit, I've only got one Detroit Tigers hat. It's the road blue and orange hat. I love it. It's my favorite one as far as the Tigers is concerned. But man, those uniforms, like I love those Detroit Tiger uniforms, man. Those things are just classically beautiful.
The home one, when I retired from the post office, they got me an old English home jersey B, and on the back, number 7. That's the year, the day I was born, May 7th. And on the back it says Zelensky, my last name.
Wow. No, it's the Detroit story and the Tigers themselves. I love it. I will tell you, out of all of the games that I've seen so far this postseason, San Diego's atmosphere is probably number 1, but Detroit's is number 2. And it is very close number 2, because the atmosphere that the Tigers fans have brought to these games has been fun to watch.
Well, it's been fun. All we need now is the Red Wings and the Pistons to step up, because it's becoming a sports town. These Lions Sunday, I tell you, guarantee you, Lions, that's a lot. I don't know what the spread is, but I think for sure. No, I know for sure. I don't think Dallas has a prayer. I think we're going to pound them. We're going to punk them. And you talked about running 49ers running dual backs. I think our running game is better than anybody in the NFL, with Montgomery, with gashing 5-6 yards at a pop. And then Gibbs, then you offset it with Gibbs and his speed. And sometimes he runs 15, 20 yards a pop.
Right now, Dallas is a 3.5-point dog to Detroit.
Well, take Detroit. So
about to say, now that's not part of the Friday trifecta, but you want to get in on this?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, here we go. Florida plus 15.5 against Tennessee.
Where's it at?
It is in Knoxville.
I'll take Knoxville.
All right, you got that. South Carolina plus 21.5 against Bama.
It's in Tuscaloosa, isn't it?
It is in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, that ain't enough. I think they're really going to play out of their mind to try to show everybody that was just a weekend.
Red River rivalry happening in Dallas. Kickoff is at 2:30. Oklahoma right now is plus 14.5.
And that's at a neutral site, isn't it?
That's at the Cotton Bowl right there in downtown Dallas.
Oh, so that's the Texas home field.
Now, well, no, technically, Tom and I looked this up the other day. In Oklahoma, the University of Oklahoma is actually closer to the Cotton Bowl than the University of Texas is by 6 miles. Also,
really?
Yeah, University of Texas is 196 miles away, and Oklahoma is 190 miles away.
Okay, and what's the point spread Oklahoma getting?
Plus 14.5.
You know what? I'm going to do Oklahoma. That's a lot of points.
All right, Oklahoma. And then your final one, your bonus, Ohio State traveling to the West Coast to take on Oregon. Right now, Ohio State is a 3.5-point favorite.
Oh, the Suckeyes are going down, man. I think it's at home, too. And, in my closing, fellas, so I'm going to get all tightened up here. I got my workout stuff going. I'm going to bust the workout. But you know what? I'm traveling there in the Mustang GT with the top down, baby.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. And
the tease to me.
25-year anniversary Mustang. 25-year anniversary Mustang GT. Man, it is sweet. 5.0, and it moves.
Danny, you got to get me in that car.
I might sell it to you one of these days.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that, Kramer on the chat. He's on watching on WZZ TV. He says the Michigan decor may be the scariest Halloween decoration that there is. Just, hey, that's Kramer. Now, before we go to break real fast, let's go back to the phone lines because honestly, we want to check in on him for more than obviously what with the Friday trifecta at 256-5764.
97.7.
Paulie in the Cape. Man, are you doing okay?
Yeah, just real quick. Cape Coral, Fort Myers was spared. We got really lucky. Not a lot of damage. Only a few power lines came down. I mean, no flooding. I'm talking about not near the coast, but in overall the counties, we were spared. I didn't get anything like everybody expected with us to get. So we're all good.
Awesome.
I just got power back an hour ago.
Good. We were wondering about you because I know we didn't hear from you yesterday, and so I was like,
Yeah,
all right, I want to make sure he's okay.
Yesterday was the day to get everything going, and they put all the commercial power on yesterday, and the residential came on today.
Okay.
Like I said, we were spared.
All right. So with you being spared, were you able to at least watch the Yankees beat the Royals?
No, I was just hunkering down and just getting stuff ready for when we're able to get to Home Depot and get stuff done. I was watching it on I would text my friend and he would give me an update. But the best thing is it's nothing like getting a little rest and watching the drama. Who's gonna win? Who cares? But the best thing is the Yankees rest, and of course they're ready to take on either Cleveland or Detroit. Doesn't matter.
No, and it's you got a weekend off with that one. So all right, let's hop in to the Friday trifecta on this one. Florida plus 15.5 at Tennessee.
I'm watching a trend where a lot of the underdogs are not getting covered, but even though the favorites win by a touchdown or 11 points, so I'm just going to take all the dogs.
All right, you're taking all dogs. Okay.
Yeah, all dogs.
All right, so that would mean then that you're taking Florida with the plus 15.5. You're going to take South Carolina with plus 21.5. You got Oklahoma with plus 14.5, and then you are going to take Oregon. Is that because Oregon right now is a 3.5-point dog at home?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome, man. Hey, look, go ahead.
Real quick, if you grow up in New York City, and thank God I played lacrosse to see how beautiful the New York State is. Upstate New York is just beautiful, especially all those towns like Cortland, Utica, all those Division II teams, colleges. But one thing you find out that a lot of college Irish girls can drink a lot of beer and crush you in quarters when they roll it off their nose, and a bunch of pretty Italian college girls can drink a ton of Long Island iced tea.
Amen, brother.
Come to find that out real quick.
That's some good information for anybody that's thinking about putting some help trying to hang out with any ladies this weekend. Thank you for that. All right, Paulie, have a good one, man. That is Paulie in the Cape. He is doing okay. Where he lived was spared from Hurricane Milton. But when we come back, we're going to continue. Friday trifecta is wide open to you. 2 ways for you to get in. You can obviously text 732-982-7469, or you can give us a call, 256-5764.
97.7.
This is the Tom Abraham Show with Joe Hunk and John Abraham.
You're listening to the Tom Abraham Show with Joe Hunk on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Check out VSiN's catalog of original podcasts, daily and weekly programming to keep you in the know when you're on the go. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Major League Baseball tonight, Game 5 between the Padres and the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. The winner advances to face the Mets in the National League Championship Series. Yu Darvish starts for San Diego. Yoshi Yamamoto named the starter for the Dodgers. LA minus 145 on the money line tonight. The Padres at plus 120. Tomorrow night, the Tigers and Guardians battle in Game 5. The winner advances to face the Yankees in the American League Championship Series. Tarek Skubal starts for Detroit. Tigers minus 130. Cleveland plus 110 at home. Thursday night football, the Niners beat the Seahawks 36-24. San Francisco was favored by 3.5. That's the VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. I'm Chuck Sanders.
Ann Adams with Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate is the one name to know if you're buying or selling real estate. With years of local experience, Ann Adams offers buyers in-depth knowledge of the local housing market and will narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in so you can save time when shopping for your new home. If you're ready to sell, Ann offers a seamless process using accurate pricing and expert negotiation skills to make sure you get a fair price for your home. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or log on bhhsriserealestate.com. When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Hi folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, inviting you to come test drive any one of our over 100 F-150s. From rock-solid, dependable work trucks to our state-of-the-art Platinum Series, we've got an F-150 for you. Test drive one today, and you'll understand why the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America, going on 48 years in a row. Just as successful offenses and defenses are built on teamwork, Woody Anderson Ford is powered by our people. Our sales and service teams are well-trained to save you time and money. And because we want your business again and again, no one will work harder to earn it. Our mobile service teams come to your home or business for oil changes, brake work, tire rotations, and more. And the great thing is you don't pay extra for it. We come to you with mobile service at no extra charge. Proud to be local, family-owned, and at your service for over 62 years. Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore.
It all comes back to money.
Visit our store right now at zonedeals.bigdealsmedia.net to take advantage of all the best deals in the Tennessee Valley. Or just go to our website, 977espn.com, and click on the Zone Deals logo to start saving right now.
Now, as to the price.
These deals won't last long, so get yours now. Zone Deals. You'll thank us later.
A man who could easily afford to buy a vowel.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A sunny sky this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the upper 70s and lower 80s. We're going to drop into the low and mid 50s as we head into the overnight early into your Saturday morning. A sunny sky Saturday afternoon. Temperatures climbing again into the upper 70s and lower 80s. A couple of folks could see the mid 80s. A little warmer as we head into the overnight, but still not bad. Temperatures dropping into the mid and upper 50s. A mostly sunny sky for your Sunday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
I want to thank you. Thank you for making us your number one choice for sports talk in North Alabama.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Truth be told, I don't think I've ever heard Kentucky's fight song before in my entire life. So I seriously did not know what this was. Like, I knew it was Kentucky because I'm the one that put it into the system. But at the same time, when I heard the beginning of it, I was like, what in heaven's name is this?
I thought it was like a
That's exactly what I thought I was about to hear. I was like, is that really Kentucky's fight song? I mean, I understand that, you know, horses and everything is basically your lifestyle in Lexington.
Yeah.
But I didn't know, like, what came first, that or the fight song or the school or what. I had no idea.
If I wanted to throw a pot shot out there, I'd say we don't hear it enough.
Well, no, you don't, because that would mean touchdowns. But, you know, just saying that
Just saying.
You hear that during that period of time.
Just saying.
No, and here's an interesting one. It's not on the Friday trifecta as we continue on the Morning Blitz, courtesy of the Tom Abraham Show. That's kind of how I'm wording it now.
I was actually going to start the show with our overlay over on WZZN TV and be like, oopsies.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, the morning Blitz, John Abraham and myself from 9 to 11 every single weekday morning. But as we're going is on that show, we do wacky underdog picks that you can pick on Friday, and the Kentucky being upset by Vandy was one of the popular ones this morning, because even with Vandy beating Alabama this obviously last weekend, don't know if you guys heard about that or not, but Alabama in losing to Vanderbilt's going into Lexington as like a 13.5-point dog. Like it is crazy to know what that line is because of how Vanderbilt looked against Alabama and how Kentucky has been playing offensively.
It's because they don't have that sea of red in the crowd anymore. They're actually going to have to play up against a different team, and they're different fans. So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah, 12.5-point dog right now is what Vanderbilt is over Kentucky. Now, that's not part of the Friday trifecta. That's just something for you to know about if you are listening on ESPN Winchester, and you can just open up a particular app and just do something, because Tennessee's a lot cooler than Alabama is on that sort of stuff.
Sometimes.
Just 256-5764.
97.7.
That's how you get in on the Friday trifecta today. You can also shoot us a text, or actually shoot Tom a text at 732-982-7469. But we're going to go back to the phone lines. Ron, welcome in to the Tom Abraham Show. How's it going, man?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
How's it going, bro?
How are y'all?
I'm doing
all
good.
right, man.
You want to get in on this Friday trifecta?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, 10-4, man. Let me get your name written down here. We are off and running because first game is going to be Florida versus Tennessee. Florida, a plus 15.5 in Knoxville.
Let's go Vols.
Go Vols. I like that. All right, let's go South Carolina on the road in Tuscaloosa taking on Alabama, plus 21.5.
Roll Tide.
All right, there we go. Oklahoma and Texas, Red River rivalry, 14.5-point dog is what you're looking at for Oklahoma.
Hook 'em horns.
Hook 'em horns. And then the bonus, Ohio State traveling the West Coast to take on Oregon. They are right now a 3.5-point favorites against the Ducks.
Ooh, that one was a tight one. I want Oregon to win, but I think Ohio State's going to win, so I'm going to have to say Buckeyes.
All right, you're going to go with Ohio State on that one. So you got Tennessee, Alabama, Texas, and Ohio State. Ron, we appreciate it, man. Call in anytime,
Thanks,
bro.
man.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all have a good one.
You too, sir. That is how you do it. You can do it as quickly as that as you get it going with Ron. So 256-5764.
97.7.
All right, let's go. Bama Brad, welcome into the Tom Abraham Show, man. How's it going?
Good, guys. How are y'all doing?
Oh, man, we're doing fantastic.
I tuned in just a little bit late. I'm glad to hear these picks coming in because I thought it was Friday, but then when I first tuned in, I thought it might be Monday because I thought I heard the Tigers had already sewed it up, and I heard the Lions had already beat the Cowboys. And so I thought I was late. I thought it was Monday.
You know what? That may have just been the ghost of the future or whatever it's called in A Christmas Carol, where where Dan was trying to tell you what he thinks is going to happen over the next couple of days, and so that you can get a bet in. I think that's what he was trying to do.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, tell Dan that I got my 2 miles in and my biceps, triceps, and ab workout by 7:30. So he's really late to the program today.
Good God, you're making all of us actually look bad. What are y'all talking about?
Well, I'm retired. I'm retired. I got nothing else to do. So,
man, that's impressive. I'm telling you, like I look at my gym equipment and go, man, I need to do this. And
man, I'm sore.
And then my son's, and then I'm like, crap, I got to do my homework with my son. Yeah.
I've decided though that golf is not a sport because Dano beats me on the golf course every week, and I know I'm younger and in better. I'm younger and in better condition than Dano is, and he still beats me on the golf course. So I'm figuring that golf is not really a sport.
I mean,
anyway,
anybody of any shape and size can play it. So
that's right.
All right, here we
Let
go.
me get these picks in because Grumpy's already going to be mad about Dano and me taking up time. So give me the Gators.
All right, going Florida on that one. South Carolina plus 21.5 at Bama.
I hope Bama beats them by 100, but I'm going to take South Carolina in the point.
All right, South Carolina. Let's go to the Red River rivalry. Oklahoma plus 14.5 against Texas.
I'm going to take Texas and lay the point.
All right, Texas. And then Ohio State in Oregon taking on the Ducks. They're a 3.5-point favorite is the Buckeyes.
I can't stand Ohio State, but I think they will absolutely kill Oregon. So give me Ohio State.
All right, Ohio State, man. You are in. You've already got your workout in. You got your picks in. You're done for the day, man.
Good to go. I'm sitting there drinking a cup of coffee, getting ready for the ball game tonight.
Awesome.
You guys have a good
smart.
weekend.
Thank you, sir. You too. See, that's what you could do. If you don't want to do the Red Bull, go get you some coffee.
Well, that's what I said. Double shot.
Yeah, but you just literally take like it's a little bit like cup thing is what you're going to be doing. All right, let's continue on the phone lines 256-5764
97.7.
and let's talk to Donald. Welcome into the Tom Abraham Show, man. How's it going?
Good. Thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic, man. Doing good. You good for the weekend? You ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right, let's see what you have for the Friday trifecta then. Florida and Tennessee. Florida's a 15.5-point dog.
Florida.
All right, you got UF. Go South Carolina plus 21.5 against Bama.
South Carolina.
South Carolina. All right, go Oklahoma plus 14.5 against Texas at the Cotton Bowl.
Texas.
Go with Texas. And the bonus one is Ohio State and the Buckeyes going up against Oregon and the Ducks in Oregon.
Oregon.
You're going with Oregon. Who's the fan behind you?
That's my son. I just picked him up from school.
Who's he going for?
Just turned,
How old did he turn?
He just turned 6.
Dude, when's his birthday?
Yeah, I'm old. Well, June 5th was his birthday.
Oh, sweet. My son's birthday's next week. That's the reason why I was asking when you say he just turned 6, because I literally just got his birthday cake like today.
Yeah, I'm an older dad. I turned 60 in December.
Dude, I'm 40 right now, and I've got a 5-year-old about to be a 6-year-old, and I have a 1-year-old. So I'm going to be right there with you, man.
Yeah, I waited till I retired out of the military, and then we had him.
I waited until I was mature enough, and then when I decided I never was going to be, I made a decision.
All right. Well, hey, I hope you have a good weekend.
Thanks, Donald. I appreciate it, man. And tell your son hello for us.
And tell your son happy birthday.
Hey, thank you very much, man. You have a great one. Donald and his son, we appreciate that phone call. Now, we have some more that we're going to be getting to here in just a little bit, but we're going to do those when we come back, as Lee Fitting is going to be coming up at 1 o'clock. So we're going to try to get some more in before we get to him at 1. So your opportunity to do so means you got 2 chances. You can text us at 732-982-7469, or you can give us a call right now, 256-5764.
97.7.
97.7, as you are listening to the Tom Abraham Show with Joe Hunk and John Abraham, because we take it over.
Yeah, we are.
You're listening to the Tom Abraham Show with Joe Hunk on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
You need a lawyer and pick up the phone. I'm attorney Gary Lackey. When you call for a lawyer, where does that phone ring? It might be in a call center somewhere, maybe 100 miles away, but my phone rings in my office.
The Lackey Law Firm.
I'm attorney Justin Lackey. My phone rings in my office too.
So does mine. I'm attorney Jennifer Lackey. And when you've been hurt and need help, we're here. We're the ones who take your call.
And get what you deserve.
You want to talk to your lawyer. You don't want to reach a call center. With the Lackey Law Firm, that never happens.
The Lackey Law Firm.
And this is the most important part. We'll treat you like family, because that's exactly what we are.
The Lackey Law Firm.
And I'll go you one better. If you can't come to us, we'll come to you.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4-RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Next time you're online looking for landscaping inspiration, open Instagram and check out Southern Gent Landscaping. They can help make your yard your dream outdoor oasis. Southern Gent Landscaping can handle it all, from landscape maintenance and installation to irrigation and hardscapes, even AstroTurf. Turn your yard into a landscape you'll be proud to show off. Call Southern Gent Landscaping at 256-509-6088. 509-6088. Southern Gent Landscaping. Professional landscaping performed with satisfaction guaranteed.
Hey, Huntsville. Looking for action-packed events? The Huntsville Sports Commission is your hub for all things sports. From youth events to national tournaments, we've got events that thrill and inspire. Whether you're an athlete, a fan, or a volunteer, there's something for everyone. Cheer on your favorite teams, witness amazing talent, and be a part of the excitement. Check out our event calendar and get involved at huntsvillesports.com. That's huntsvillesports.com. Be there, Huntsville.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A sunny sky this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the upper 70s and lower 80s. We're going to drop into the low and mid 50s as we head into the overnight early into your Saturday morning. A sunny sky Saturday afternoon. Temperatures climbing again into the upper 70s and lower 80s. A couple of folks could see the mid 80s. A little warmer as we head into the overnight, but still not bad. Temperatures dropping into the mid and upper 50s. A mostly sunny sky for your Sunday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This will turn journalism on its ear.
Watch our stream on WZZN TV on Twitch and YouTube.
But you are the greatest hero in American history.
We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
For all of our ESPN Winchester people listening as they're getting ready for Florida and Tennessee coming up tomorrow night. You'll be able to listen to that right there as kickoff is at 6 p.m. and you'll be able to hear it on ESPN Winchester on Saturday morning. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be a bright and early kick for Alabama, 11 a.m. kick on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Also, I don't know why my mind has been continuing to want to say Lee Fitting. I don't know why that's the case, because I've never personally talked to Lee Fitting. It's Lee Sterling that's going to be joining. I have no clue why I wanted to say Lee Fitting. Lee Fitting is the vice president of ESPN. Do you realize how big of a get that would be if Lee Fitting was coming?
Dude, that would be so cool. Some people actually did perk up and were like, huh? Lee Fitting?
Wait a second, Lee Fitting is coming on?
They
no,
got
Lee
a different
Sterling.
Lee? Yeah,
like, I don't know why I kept saying Lee Fitting at all. Like, even John looked at me as like, who's Lee Fitting? And I went, wait, I know who Lee Fitting is. Did I say Lee Fitting? He said, yes. It's Lee Sterling is going to be coming on with us at the top of the hour, which means you still got a few more minutes to hop in on the Tom Abraham Show and get in with the Friday trifecta. Now, there are two ways for you to get in. You can text it to 7329TA-SHOW. That's 732-982-7469. Or you can give us a call right now at 256-5764.
97.7.
Which is exactly what Grumpy did, man. Welcome to the Tom Abraham Show, bro. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Getting ready for this ELO concert in Nashville tonight, man.
Are you going to ELO?
Hell yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. Where are they performing at?
Bridgetown.
Oh, that's going to be pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome.
Did Oklahoma get any of the receivers back for this game?
Let me check the injury report for Oklahoma.
They're still out, most of them.
Most of them are still out, which is probably what's playing into this. So I'm looking up the injury report right now for them because it normally comes out around this time so that we can have the final injury report, but I am not seeing it just yet. When I do see it, I'll say it on the air, though.
All right.
Okay.
I'll go with Florida.
All right.
Alabama, Oklahoma, and Ohio State.
All right, man. We got you in, bro.
Right.
We got you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, so the injury reports are going as we're looking at seeing what they're going to be going on right now, because those are going to slowly start coming in at this point in time. And this is going to be the one that you're going to notice the lines are starting to kind of move. So matter of fact, I'm looking, and right now the injury report has 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, do those really say? Okay, I'm double checking that this what this actually says. Okay, here we go. Woo! So right now, here's the injury report that is going to be out for Oklahoma, as they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wide receivers are going to be out.
Yeah, that means we might get one of the starters back, but I don't think that's going to happen. And by we, I mean Oklahoma.
Jaden Gibson, Jalil Farouk, Nick Anderson, Andrell Anthony, and Deion Burks are all going to be out against Texas. Gentry Williams, the defensive back, Kendall Dolby is going to be out as well in the secondary. Cade McIntyre, the tight end, is also out there. And if you're wondering about Texas, CJ Baxter is going to be out. Christian Clark is going to be out. And Velton Gardner is going to be out. All of those are running backs.
Yeah.
Colin Page is a running back. He's listed as questionable. The name that is not on this list is Quinn Ewers. He is good to go.
Good to go.
Good to go.
I like how it's kind of like a flip. You know, you get Oklahoma with all of their wide receivers out, but then you get Texas with all of their running backs out. But still, very deep talent on both of these teams.
No, it is. And so that's the updated injury report. If you have any more questions about any more injuries, we've got the list pulled up for you for any more games. And you can get in on that as well at 256-5764.
97.7.
Who's your Steve? How's it going, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going pretty good, sir. How about yourself?
I'm getting ready to get home on a 3-day weekend, heading up to Indiana tomorrow, but I want to get my picks in.
I was about to ask if you've been paying attention to what those Hoosiers have been doing in football, because they're like the number 1 team in the Big Ten right now.
Pretty good 6-0 start. It's unbelievable what that new coach has done.
Oh, no, absolutely. And again, it's like we all talk about Ohio State. We talk about Michigan. We talk about Oregon. Nobody in the world is talking about Indiana, and they have the best record right now in conference.
Yeah, they're looking good.
Absolutely, man. They are. You want to get on this Friday trifecta?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Florida at Tennessee. Right now, Florida is at a plus 15.5.
Got to take the balls.
All right, Tennessee on that one. Let's go South Carolina, plus 21.5 in Tuscaloosa against Bama.
Bama.
All right, Bama. You've got Oklahoma, plus 14.5 against Texas in the Cotton Bowl.
Got to go with Texas.
All right, especially after I just gave that injury report. Ohio State and Oregon. Ohio State traveling to the West Coast. They're a 3.5-point favorite.
I'm going to go with the Ducks.
Going with Oregon on that one. So you got Oregon. Somebody's going to help you out with the Indiana side of that. So Oregon, you have Texas, you have Bama, and you have Tennessee, man.
Let's go.
All right. Have a safe trip up to Indiana.
Hey, I appreciate it. I'll call you guys next week.
Absolutely, man. Have a good one, sir. And that's how you do it. That's all you got to do. 256-5764.
97.7.
So, yeah, that's the injury report there. The injury report thing is always so weird because I always forget to look at it because it's the first year of it.
Yeah.
And so I totally forget to look at this 90% of the time, especially when you're thinking Oklahoma and Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. There is an injury report, and I do need to pay attention to what the injury report is.
I'm going to tell you this. Come next year, it's almost going to be like we forget that there was no injury report in the SEC. And that's a crazy thing to think of because, I mean, you do have to take into account a lot of these injuries that we didn't know about, 2, 3, 4 years, even just last year. I mean, how do you even bet on games whenever you don't know who exactly is going to be playing in them?
Well, no, and that's where it's always been so crazy to me because, like, we do the Friday trifecta every single week. And Tom has been doing this for decades. And legitimately, think about going back to the Auburn-Oklahoma game. Like, you go back, and at the time, we all thought that Oklahoma was totally healthy coming into that football game. So everybody was like, oh, Oklahoma's going to destroy them. Oklahoma's going to destroy them. And then you see this weird money line movement. And majority of the time, what would we do? Instead of going to like SEC Sports or going somewhere else to try to figure out who the where the injury report is, we'd start going to the message boards and we're like, all right, so what's that one guy inside the room that's inside the facilities? Like, what's he letting everybody know about? Because it's a 3.5-point spread movement in Vegas. So what's going on with the team? And it's all the way up to kickoff. You're going to be going, okay, so who's playing? Who's not playing? Who's playing? Who's not playing? Who's on the field? Who's not? Who's in a jersey? Who's warming up? Who's not? Whereas now we actually get this.
Yeah.
It makes so much more sense.
You know who's really good at figuring out that stuff prior to the injury reports?
Who?
Steve Moulton. Always talking to the coaches.
Dude, Steve Moulton lets coaches know a breaking news.
It's true. I was doing the show the other day whenever he broke it down to I believe it was Hugh Freeze.
It was Hugh Freeze. Now, obviously, if it's Hugh Freeze, he's not going to pay attention to anything except his other cell phone. But the way that Hugh Freeze goes is Steve Moulton is on the call with them for the SEC teleconference, and it was Moulton that told Hugh Freeze about the NLI. and how the NLI was going away. And Hugh Freeze was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? What's going on? Huh?
Well, granted, I mean, I don't know if Steve fully understood everything that went into it, and I don't think anybody truly does.
We still don't understand it.
Because Hugh Freeze was like, I don't know if that really changes anything, but pop off, All
right.
Have fun.
Lee Sterling is coming up here in just a few moments, and then we get back into the Friday trifecta on the Tom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone and ESPN Winchester.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying, but they can also signal a major problem, or worse, an electrical emergency. So play it safe and leave it to the experts at Mr. Sparky. Trust our team of professional, clean, and friendly electricians. We'll get it done right and get it done safely.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in the respective state or county.
Isn't the story of the prodigal son an amazing story? Basically, a rowdy boy who literally wished his father dead, ran away, and consumed his wealth with hard and fast living. Yet the father looked for his return every day, and when the boy got tired of eating pig slop, he decided to return. What did the father do? As soon as he saw that boy, he ran to him, threw his arms around him, and killed the fatted calf for a great celebration. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of the Cross Point Church. If you're looking for a church home, come see us, smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison.
One of the best-kept golf secrets in the Tennessee Valley is Cherokee Ridge. Cherokee Ridge truly offers golf at a higher level with immaculate greens set against a spectacular Appalachian backdrop. This 18-hole championship course takes every advantage of rolling hills, whispering woods, lakes, and streams. Interested in becoming a member? Their membership plans feature affordable options for couples, families, and individuals. Book your tee time today, 256-841-4551. Cherokee Ridge, championship quality, affordable prices.
This is SportsCenter. I'm Christine Lisi. Another generation of the Boozer family heading to Duke. Five-star twin brothers Cameron and Caden Boozer following the footsteps of their dad, former NBA forward Carlos Boozer, committed to the Blue Devils today. Cameron's ranked number 2 in the ESPN 100. Caden ranked 17th. A winner-take-all Game 5 for the Padres and Dodgers in the National League Division Series tonight. Coverage at 7:30 Eastern, ESPN Radio. LA starts Yoshi Yamamoto versus San Diego's Yu Darvish. Dodgers first baseman Freddie Freeman expected to return from that ankle issue. The winner of tonight's game will have home field advantage in the NLCS against the Mets. NFL Bears already without safety Jaquan Brisker Sunday against the Jaguars in London. Could be without another member of their starting secondary. Cornerback Tyreek Stevenson injured his calf at practice yesterday, is listed as doubtful.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
You know, this process is all about talking ball.
Listen to Talkin' Ball with Scott Tyson and Drew DeArmond.
What did they want privacy for? To just start talking ball.
Every weekday morning, wake up with Scott and Drew. It's Talkin' Ball. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
You need to be more like a dog.
Like what you guys are doing. You've got your fingertip on the pulse of your listeners. You guys know what they're talking about.
Be a dog.
God bless the show. You are the Messiah.
We need more dogs.
This is the best show on radio.
The big dog, Tom Abraham, is here with you.
Hey, I see you. Hey, I see you, dog.
So settle in and get your bark on. That's my dog. Now live, here he is, the big dog.
Let's go, baby!
Tom Abraham.
How you doing? Look, I don't speak Spanish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, that guy sounds like Hale McPherson farting into Miles Davis' trumpet.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond? Get off my to drag my Yankee ass out of here.
A final hour, second hour, final hour, best hour of the Tom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone, as well as ESPN Winchester, as you can listen to us there and watch us on WZZN TV, not only on YouTube, but also on X at 97.7 ESPN and ESPN Winchester. We're going to be getting back into the Friday trifecta coming up in about 15 minutes from right now. So hold on to that phone number. You know, you're going to want to call it here in just a little bit. But see, this is where the cool thing is about the first and second hour is the first hour. A lot of people are calling in and making some of these picks blind, whereas you're about to have the help of Lee Sterling from Paramount Sports to help you out with that. Before we get to Lee, we do have some developing news when it comes to the Titans and Colts game that's going to be taking place up in Nashville, as Will Levis is going to be starting for the Titans against the Colts after that shoulder injury that he had on Monday Night Football against the Dolphins. Anthony Richardson is going to be a game time decision. The only player right now that is out for the Colts on Sunday is the running back Jonathan Taylor, but Anthony Richardson is going to be a game time decision on if it's going to be him or Joe Flacco going against the Titans for the Colts. But with that being said, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more football, shall we? Because Lee Sterling is joining us, and over the last 2 weekends, Lee, I know you've been 14-4 with these picks that you've been doing, but like help me out with this, because there's one thing that I see about your site that I've always wondered about is when you say like 45 unit plays and things like that. Can you help me explain that to me about what that is?
Yeah, so what we do is we rate the selections from 10 to 50 units. That way it gives our clients a better gauge how strong they should play the game. So we don't have a whole lot of 40 to 50 unit plays. This might be the first time in a 3-week period where we've had 4 of them. We had one 2 weeks ago with Kansas State. We had one last week with Pitt, and both of them were big, easy winners. And, we pride ourselves on getting the information. And over the last 16 years since we went to this 10 to 50 unit rating system, we're 68-24 lifetime on these games. That's 74%. No one has anywhere close to a documented record like that on big plays. So the 35 units have been incredible since the start of last year. They're 16-6. So it's nice to have a great run like we've had the last 2 weeks, 15-4 combined. But when you hit a 35 unit each week and also a 45 unit, go 4-0 on the bigger unit plays, it's really like going 20-4.
Wow, that is amazing. And so a lot of these games that I want to ask you about, because I need help with them, because one of the ones that we talked about, because John and myself that do the Tom Abraham Show, we also do 9 to 11, we do the Morning Blitz, and we do something called Wacky Underdog Picks. And both of us were really surprised to see this line between Vanderbilt and Kentucky, because right now it's at like 13.5 in favor of Kentucky on this one. We're like, wait a second, this is the Vandy team that just took down Alabama. How are they a 13.5 point dog in this game?
So, it takes a long time to all of a sudden change the perception on what a team and how actually good they are. Right. So they saw the name Vanderbilt. They haven't done anything in forever. If you watch them, and I'm always taking notes when I'm watching games. I'm watching that Missouri game. I'm like, there's not much difference between these two teams. I mean, it was crazy, and probably should have won the game, but needed the experience, and they're a tough team to prepare for. They have so many different options and blocking schemes that the average team doesn't face. And Kentucky is a really good defense, but they are not a great offense at all. So this will be Kentucky's 4th SEC game. They scored a combined 38 points in the first 3 here. You want to lay 13.5 here where the total is 45? Mm-hmm. I think Kentucky wins the game 28-20, but I'm taking the points.
See, and that makes more sense to me than the 13. I'm like, wait a second, that makes a lot of sense. But then as I've grown up around this Tennessee-Florida matchup, I've sat here, and every single year, it doesn't matter how good Tennessee is or how good Florida is, this game seems to always be close. And now it's a 15.5 point spread in favor of Tennessee against Florida. I'm like, look, I know Florida is horrible, but are they horrible enough in this rivalry where Tennessee is going to take control of this?
So let's look at rivalry games. Generally, the games are closer.
Right.
And for some reason, Florida's just had their number. In fact, What has Tennessee done straight up? They're 2-17. That's it. 2-17 straight up the last 19 years. Tennessee, maybe the bubble has burst here. I think they thought they were invincible and still high on the hog after having a close win against Oklahoma. Now I think they've come back to earth. All of a sudden, Florida's playing better. I'm not saying they're great, but Graham Mertz seems like he's got his confidence back. Their defensive line, which was never great, is playing much better. They won last year, 29-16. 2 years ago, they covered 38-33. Now you're getting 15.5 points. I'll take it here. Tennessee wins 34-24, but Florida covers.
Florida covers on that one. Ole Miss is traveling down to Baton Rouge. This is going to be a nighttime in Baton Rouge. The lights are going to be on. We know how good both the offenses are for Ole Miss and as well as LSU. But LSU right now is a 3.5-point dog against the Ole Miss Rebels. Do you think that Ole Miss can go into this one and go into a night game at Tiger Stadium and be able to win by 3.5?
Well, so here's the thing with LSU. They are very. I mean, you have to take them seriously at home in a night game. I mean, that place is crazy. They're also 4-1-1 as a home dog since 2021, and they're coming off of a bye. Here's the negative, though. They can't run the football. 135 or less rushing yards versus the 3 Power 5 teams, and they allowed 243 yards rushing to South Carolina, who we know now is not a good team. So yeah, I just think that this is a tough matchup here for LSU. I think Ole Miss might have learned their lesson. Losing to Kentucky, sometimes a loss can fuel a team for a long time. I was having some doubts until I found out almost for sure it looks like Trey Harris will start for Ole Miss, and he is by far the best receiver on the field. I like Ole Miss here. I'm going to take. I'm going to go to the deep end, and I'm going to dive in. I'm going to do a nice double split here. Ole Miss 38-28.
Oh, Ole Miss 38-28. Okay, so there's your first one that it's in favor of the team that actually is right now leading in the spread. Now, then you look at Oklahoma, Texas. Okay, and Lee, this one is again another rivalry game. It's in the Cotton Bowl. It's going to be split 50-50 on this. But, man, Oklahoma's offense is awful. It's like the worst in the SEC. And Texas right now, the injury report has come out, and Quinn Ewers is not even on it as far as the injury report is concerned. So he's good to go for Saturday. Right now, Texas, 14.5-point favorite.
Yep. So I've been to a bunch of these games. This is one of these series where you see some blowouts and you see some underdogs win outright. Last year, Oklahoma's a 5-point underdog, 134-30. But what happened between the 20s? Texas just drove the ball up and down the field. I mean, they had over 500 total yards. Quinn Ewers threw for over 370 yards, but 2 key interceptions, and Oklahoma being +3 in turnover ratio, that was the difference. If he doesn't look great, I think he's going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just bring in Arch Manning. Oklahoma that's going to start a true freshman quarterback, Michael Hawkins here. I think they might be up against it here. They're up against a really good defense. If he doesn't work out, a true freshman, they got to go back to Jackson Arnold. So I think this Oklahoma offense, which will be without 5 of the top 6 wide receivers, I think they're in a tough spot here. I like Texas 38-14.
Lee Sterling is joining us from Paramount Sports right now on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. And Lee, this Alabama team as well, as we're wrapping up with you here in just a few moments.
Yep.
They lose to Vanderbilt last week. They're back at home this week, but it's an 11 a.m. kick. Those early kicks are always kind of iffy when you're talking about the ranked teams. South Carolina is coming into this one. They're a 21.5-point dog. But is this something where, because of what happened last week, what's happening now with this being an early kick, could that play into potentially South Carolina covering this?
Here's the problem for South Carolina. I'm going to make this. I don't think that they have a quarterback, and I think this kid Lenore Sellers is a nice kid. I think he's an athletic kid. I'm going to make this prediction. I don't think he's going to be a quarterback next year when they go to fall camp.
Oh wow!
I think they'll move him to tight end or another position. He's not even coming close to completing 60% of his passes. He only has 2 touchdown passes on the entire season. Just inaccurate. I think he'll be a tight end or linebacker or defensive end, something here. and they've given up 22 sacks already on the year. I think this Crimson Tide team just was a little bit, overconfident. They faced a better than expected Vanderbilt team. I think they're coming for redemption here after giving up 34 and 33 points back-to-back Saturdays. I think you'll see a good effort. I like Alabama here, 40-15.
And you like Alabama. I know that we've talked about a lot of games, but is there another game that you're looking at right now that you're like, look, this is one that you definitely need to be calling me to talk to me about on this one? Because I know I got a lot of
what we're going to do is, how about this game? We're going to be looking at the Georgia-Mississippi State game. High line, is it going to be a blowout or is it going to be closer than expected? Been doing real well in the SEC. First 5 callers, they call 800-400-9741. I will give them the game for free. 800-400-9741. First 5 callers get Georgia and Mississippi State on us, and I'll be standing by here to take your call, give you the game, and also explain my service. So it's been an incredible run. 15-4 run last 2 weeks, and as I explained to you, we go from 10 to 50 units. Normally, you need to be a monthly or season subscriber to get these 40 to 50 unit max wager plays. I'm going to do this for the first time ever in 31 years. I know there's a lot of people that would love to give it a shot, and maybe they've been trying it on their own or a different service, or maybe couldn't come up with enough for the $300-400 fee for the month.
Absolutely.
They want to get Saturday's plays, 5 plays, $55, and it will include, they'll be star rated from 10 to 50 units, a 40 to 50 unit max wager, and also on Sunday. So 5 for Saturday, $55, including the 40 to 50 unit max wager, 5 for $55 on Sunday, including another max wager. We're going to try to move to 70 and 24 on these max wager plays. Wow. How do you get involved and order it right now? It's an immediate download, so you get the lines. You don't have to wait until Saturday or Sunday, and lines hopefully will, you get them before they move. One place, ParamountSports.com.
Paramount Sports, and you're not being affected by the hurricane or anything like that?
No, we scathed by. We only had like 30, 40 mile an hour winds. We were okay. Never lost power. So I've been through it before. I lost a home in Andrew in '92, so I know what it's all about. And my heart goes out to these people who, suffered a great loss or without power. I mean, there's 2.5 million people still in the state without power.
Oh no, absolutely. And Tampa's been hit basically twice now in back-to-back weeks against hurricanes. Wow. Like Florida's been pretty bad, man. So I'm glad you guys are okay at Paramount Sports. I'm glad you are okay. And one more time, if somebody wants to hop into Paramount Sports and they want to give you a try, what do they need to do?
Go to the website, ParamountSports.com, or call us, 800-400-9741. All
right, Lee, we appreciate it so much, man. We'll talk to you again next Friday.
Okay, be safe. Take care.
Have a good one, sir. That's Lee Sterling of Paramount Sports. He thinks Vandy's going to cover. He thinks Florida's going to cover. He thinks Ole Miss is going to cover. Texas is going to cover, and Alabama's going to cover. So, look, I'm not telling you that he just kind of gave you some potential answers for the Friday trifecta, but Johnny kind of helped you out.
No, yeah. And also him saying that he's like 70 and 23. Did he say 70 and 23?
70 and 23. 70 and 23 is what he's been, especially on those 40 to 50 unit plays.
That's a pretty good percentage.
Yeah. And he is good to go. So make sure that you give Lee Sterling a call or hop on Paramount Sports and their website. Or if you want to hop in on that Friday trifecta, when we come back, we go back to the phone lines for the next 40 minutes. It's your opportunity to get on that Friday trifecta for an opportunity to win tickets to the Music City Bowl. 256-576-4977. And you can also shoot a text, but we won't talk to you instead, so we're not going to give you that. You can go ahead and give us a call right now on the Tom Abraham Show with he being John Abraham. I'm Joe Hunk. We'll be back in just a moment.
Owen Home Appliance Center features the biggest names in home appliances like Viking, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, GE, and Frigidaire. But they also have great brands that you may not know, like Mela, Forno, Z-Line, InvisiCook, and Beko. But no matter what, they all get delivered the day you buy, and they service everything they sell. And at the Lacey Spring Showroom, just 8 miles south of the river on 231, you'll find a totally interactive showroom where you can hear the dishwashers wash, and the freezer's free, and see the cookies get baked in the double ovens. Owen Home Appliance Center will even wash and dry a load of clothes for you so that you can see how great the products are. And they have ice machines making all kinds of ice, cubed, nugget, and top hat. How is that for variety? Owen Home Appliance Center believes in community involvement as well, sponsoring youth teams, race cars, and an annual Easter egg hunt. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service is the name of the game for Owen Home Appliance Center. Find them in Somerville and Lacey Springs and online at owenappliance.com.
Ann Adams with Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate is the one name to know if you're buying or selling real estate. With years of local experience, Ann Adams offers buyers in-depth knowledge of the local housing market and will narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in so you can save time when shopping for your new home. If you're ready to sell, Ann offers a seamless process using accurate pricing and expert negotiation skills to make sure you get a fair price for your home. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or log on bhhsriserealestate.com.
Electric cars are coming faster than you think, and that's why we're bringing SEMA Connect to Alabama.
Our team educates you and helps provide a long-term plan for your business. Where to put them, how to get them there, how to pay for them, tax incentives, service, and monitoring. We take care of everything.
Doing the right thing means bringing EV car chargers to Alabama. Let us help you with your EV charging plan.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy. Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer. She's on the honor roll. She's just not the type.
No way.
No way. No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
We appreciate Lee Sterling hopping in on the Tom Abraham Show the way that he does every single Friday at 1 o'clock. As we are turning back now to the Friday trifecta. Tom Abraham is on Lake Martin as we speak on a boat, most likely listening on the 97.7 ESPN The Zone app.
Is he still on that boat? Doesn't he have to get down to Buckhorn today?
So yeah, he's supposed to get down to Buckhorn.
Wait, no, it's not Buckhorn.
It's Gadsden.
Yeah, he's going to Gadsden.
So that's where it is because he's leaving Lake Martin, and I believe it's a 2-hour drive from Lake Martin to Gadsden.
I thought we were busy.
Yeah, so where they're doing Southside Gadsden. I mean, he's on a boat on a lake on Lake Martin. Like, I mean, come on.
He's doing typical Tom things.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he's out there building a high rise or something.
He probably will this weekend.
Yeah. No, he keeps talking about how he wants that debt cleared out so that he can go over and get something. And he's like,
always something.
Yeah,
going
always
on.
something. But no, he's on Lake Martin. He's going to drive up to Southside Gadsden because that's where Buckhorn is going to be playing tonight. You can hear that on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. You can also listen to the other family of radio stations that we have here because it doesn't matter which game you're really wanting to listen to. I guarantee you they're most likely going to be on 97.7 ESPN The Zone's app because not only do you have the Buckhorn Southside Gadsden game going on Zone 2, it's Matacad and New Hope playing in New Hope. Now, Randolph is off this week, but on Zone 6,
yes,
that I just now discovered you have Grissom and Florence playing tonight over at Joe Davis Stadium in their matchup, which is going to definitely impact the game that you and myself are going to be doing tonight on Zone 4, which is James Clemens and Sparkman. Then on Zone 5 is Westminster and Madison County. And then on WZZN Talk Radio, HD2 for 97.7 will be Albertville and Huntsville playing as well. Now, You need to download the 97.7 ESPN The Zone app. You also need to download the WZZN Talk Radio app. And while you're at it, go to 97.7 ESPN The Zone, because we also have brand new zone deals that you need to be a part of as well, because we have a ton of places for you that you can eat. You can go play golf. There's a lot of things that you can absolutely do.
If you're having a hard time finding the site, make sure you guys go to our social medias. Doesn't matter, Facebook, on X, and you'll see some posts pinned. Tap on those, and they will take you directly to the new Zone Deal site. And on top of that, you could also just go to our website at 977espn.com, and you can look for a lot of those Zone Deals images, and you'll be able to get in that way too.
Kramer hopped in on WZZN TV, and he asked the question about who did Sertland say would cover in the Oregon game. He says Ohio State is going to be covering in that one.
Makes sense.
So that's one of the matchups that he did give us. So we are going to be good with that one as well. But let's go back to those phone lines, because Friday Trifecta from here on out is all you. 256-5764.
97.7.
LSU Lynch. We played that fight song just for you, man.
Yeah, imagine that. Look here, it's game day here, and like Grumpy, let's make the picks and not let talk get in the way. Look here, give me the Dirty Gators.
All right, Dirty Gators it is.
Give me the Alabamas.
Give me the Alabamas it is.
Give me the Texases.
Texases it is.
And but give me the Suckeye.
Ohio State it is, man. You
Thank
are
for
good to
taking my
go.
phone call and go LSU.
All right, have a good one, LSU Lynch, as he's getting ready for that Ole Miss game, as that may or may not be a one that you're most likely going to need alcohol involved. It's good because it's going to be a tight one. Those two offenses, you may even want to consider going with the over. Just kind of telling you what you may or may not want to do. But hey, 256-576-4.
97.7.
Wow, there's another one. You went with the.
I did the 4 as well.
Yeah, I know.
My
It's
bad.
okay
I'm
though. No,
sorry.
we're in unison on this. We knew exactly where to pick it up. Brandon is hopping on the Tom Abraham show, man. How's it going, sir?
Going to make some picks and not real happy at the moment, but I guess I'll get over it.
Wait, why are you not real happy at the moment?
We're cooking chili for the kids down here at the football game tonight. I went to Sam's and bought 2 things, 10 pounds of meat, saying 20 pounds. We cooked it. We got 13 pounds and 1/8 of an ounce of meat out of it. It's supposed to be 90% pure.
Okay, so all right, a few questions for people that don't know. Brandon, where are you cooking the chili at for the games tonight?
We're cooking it for the Pepperell High School down here.
Okay.
For the boys. They wanted chili tonight, even though it's warm today.
No, trust me. I'm sitting here, and when you said chili, I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm feeling chili.
I already got to go to the bathroom.
But exactly, man. Like, I mean, I'm not feeling the chili on this. Like, again, at Sparkman last week, there was steak and salad and rice and that sort of stuff. Like, it was some carbs that's going to be good for you. Ooh, that chili. But also, does that mean you got to go back now and buy more meat?
Yeah, we got to come up with 5 more pounds.
5 more pounds of meat. So you can't. So what? You have to go buy like a 10-pound bag or 10-pound thing of meat just to get the 5.
I think we ended up having to buy about 30 to get 18.
Wow. Okay. All right. That's a little note for anybody that's needing that, and you're having to feed the entire team with this chili.
Yes, that's what they requested and what they scheduled, so that's what we're doing.
Okay. All right. Well, then what I would do also is I'd also go get some rolls or something like that will also fill them up. So just in case they may not eat all the chili.
Well, they got Parmesan chicken, garlic fries, beans, and corn last week.
I kind of like
they
last
had it going on last week.
I kind of like last week's. That's good. All right. I'll let you get back to your cooking, man. So let's get in with this trifecta. All right. Florida, Tennessee. Florida's plus 15.5.
God, if Tennessee don't win this game, something's wrong.
All right. So you're going with Tennessee on this one. South Carolina and Bama. South Carolina at the moment, 21.5 point favorite. Or a dog.
If we don't cover this, then we need to cover Kane Womack and tar and feathers on the way out of the stadium.
Well, and I'm knowing the way that Bama fans are sometimes, that may actually happen. Oklahoma and Texas. Right now, Sooners are a 14.5 point dog in the Red River rivalry.
Texas, Oklahoma's a team without offense.
They're a team without a lot of things. Offense is one of them. Ohio State, Oregon, in Oregon, 3.5 point favorite for Ohio State.
Well, if you spend $30 million on players and don't beat Oregon, something's wrong.
So I take it you're going with the Buckeyes.
God, yeah. Common sense should say that, but we'll see what happens.
All right, Tennessee, Alabama, Texas, Ohio State. Brandon, you are in, man. Good luck with the chili.
Hey, what's our high school Friday night line pick of the week?
Oh, okay. So let me pull this back up. God, I can't believe you actually asked
We
that.
didn't look too deep into it this week, but honestly, I don't know what we're thinking. We're lacking right
it was a horrible thing with that. Okay, so Brandon, here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to skim through this quickly on here because right now I'm seeing a 50-point line for Clay Chalkbull and Huffman. There's a 48-point line for Auburn and Smith Station. I'm seeing a 48-point line for Coleman and Columbia, and I haven't even gotten to the 5A games yet. Like that's the sad thing about this. All right, I'm still going down. I'm in the 4A right now. Nothing is beating 50 or 48. Just for anybody that's curious, right now Madison Academy is an 11-point favorite over New Hope. West Morgan is a 48-point favorite over Danville. Pleasant Grove is a 41-point favorite over Holt. I'm looking in 3A right now. Oh, here it is. I'm not even going to go any further than this because I guarantee you there's not another game that's got a bigger spread than what this is right now. 3A football, Geraldine at Brindley Mountain. Geraldine is a 62-point favorite.
Those kids got to go to school.
A 62-point favorite.
That's dirty.
Let's go Brindley Mountain.
Oh, my heavens. 62-point favorite. All right, Brandon, we appreciate the phone call, man. Oh, somebody on Brindley Mountain's like, wait, what? What is this? How's their gambling lines? Look, we found a website, and the website does predictions, and they also kind of put a line beside every single game. It's supposed to be for fun, but it's kind of accurate as well. But we'll see on this one. We'll be paying attention to because the largest line of the night, Geraldine at Brindley Mountain, 62-point favorite for Geraldine.
I think they might be able to cover the spread.
I don't know if I don't think there's a place anywhere that you can legally bet on this, but I'm just letting you know that that's what this website is saying.
Give it 5 years.
Yeah. Catholic Montgomery is right now a 47-point favorite over Headland in 5A football as well. So just letting you know now, if you're curious about some of the games that we're having on the zone, we were talking about this earlier. Austin is at Bob Jones, which obviously if you are a Sparkman fan, you're paying attention to. Austin right now is a 4-point favorite over Bob Jones. Sparkman is a 12-point dog to James Clemens that we were talking about as well. Huntsville at the moment is a 26-point favorite in this one. I know that Tom is doing the Buckhorn game, and so let me grab that one for you. Southside Gadsden right now is a 9-point favorite over Buckhorn. At least that's what this website is saying.
It's just what the website's saying.
It's just what the website is saying. By the way, Westminster, Madison County, Westminster at the moment is an 18-point favorite.
Just take that, as you will.
Just take it for whatever you will. Like, we're not telling you to go bet on these things because I don't think you actually legally can.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so there we go. All right, let's go back to the phone lines on the games that we can actually talk about and be realistic about. 256-5764.
97.7.
LSU Lou. Welcome into the Tom Abraham Show, man. How's it going?
It's going all right. How y'all doing?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic. Just, talking gambling and high school football like every red-blooded American.
I heard that Geraldine sounds like someone's aunt, whatever school that is.
She gonna beat them down and then feed them a meat and three.
That sounds like a fact. That point, crazy. That's crazy.
Post-game meal is gonna be a meat and three right afterwards, man. That's what's about to happen. You want to hop in on that trifecta?
Yeah, but for the college football.
Yeah, no, we're not doing a Friday trifecta for high school. We're not there just yet.
We wouldn't be on air anymore.
So, Tennessee's playing Florida Gators, right?
Tennessee's playing Florida, and right now Florida, we got them at a 15.5-point dog in that one. Which way you rolling?
I'm gonna roll with Florida in that game.
All right, you got Florida.
I'll roll the dice with them.
Yeah, trust me, I don't trust the line either. I would probably pick Florida on that just because of the rivalry, but other crazier things have happened. South Carolina is a plus 21.5-point dog to Bama in Tuscaloosa.
I think Bama will win, but I don't think they're going to cover the spread. Even though they got something to prove, South Carolina's defensive line is still a veteran, the most veteran line out there right now.
And right now, Alabama's injury report really doesn't have anybody of major importance on it. So they're pretty much healthy going into this game. Unlike Oklahoma, that's missing their entire skill set. I mean, hey.
Oklahoma.
Speaking of that, Oklahoma plus 14.5 against Texas at the Cotton Bowl, man.
Texas got that all the way.
All right, Texas and
Oklahoma look like hot garbage.
Dude, they absolutely do. Worst offense in the SEC, which I never thought we would say when Oklahoma came into the league. Like, I thought they would have a little toned down, but dang. All right, final one.
Yeah, everyone else got better. They actually seem like they got worse.
Yes. Now I hear that their injury room has gotten a little bit bigger because they need more seats. It's kind of like when COVID was happening, they're having to put like tables and stuff outside just so they can accommodate all the injuries. But Ohio State and Oregon, and Ohio State is a 3.5-point favorite.
I think Oregon's going to pull that one off. Isn't their quarterback Dylan Gabriel?
Their quarterback is Gabriel. Absolutely. Yep, he is there.
For some reason, I believe in the kid. Don't ask me why, but it's like one of those things with Bo Nix and TJ Finley. Once they got out of the SEC, it went balling out of control. I think Dylan Gabriel, him relocating up there, he's going to do really well.
Right now, Gabriel has thrown 11 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions so far as he's been a member of the Ducks. And he is third in the Big Ten in touchdown passes, right behind Will Howard and Curtis Rourke of Indiana.
That's really good stats.
Yep.
And I'm going to throw another one in here as well, since, I do rep LSU.
Awesome.
I'm going with LSU because everybody's they're saying we don't have a running game, and I think established some sort of running game within the past 2 games we played.
Yeah.
And the last game we played, 2 runs that was worthy of being on ESPN, and it wasn't for some strange reason. But I think it's just because of the LSU thing.
Yeah, and
but
I honestly, like, my worry is the secondary, like the LSU secondary against Hart. That's my biggest worry.
That's my worry too, but also Garrett Nussmeier. He's a gunslinger. So even though he can throw the ball, he likes to take chances. And Garrett Nussmeier taking chances and Brian Kelly taking chances is not a good combination.
Yep.
Like mixing all in water.
Oh, I know.
I think we're going to pull it off.
All right. Well, it's going to be a fun night in Baton Rouge, man. So I want LSU to win this one. So good luck on that one.
Definitely. All right. Y'all have a good one.
All right. You have a good one too. That's how it does. That's LSU. Lou, he's gotten in as well. We've got about 20 more minutes for you to get in on the phone lines at 256-5764.
97.7. And also that was the first time he's ever called into the show.
Do we have it or do I have to do it manually? Woo! Do we got that thing?
I mean, I could find it. I just got all the fight songs. Let me.
I just do it like 15 times.
Yeah, just stop.
I sound like a bachelorette in Nashville on a pedal tavern.
Let's see. I just gotta. You wooing is kind of making this tough on me.
I know it's distracting, isn't it?
I think there's this one right here.
Woohoo! Okay, no, that woohoo is not the same as a woo. No.
Woo! There it is.
Okay, there it is. 256-5764.
97.7.
LSU Lou is in. We've got more phone calls as well. We get you in line so you can get those trifecta picks so that you can win a pair of tickets to go to the Music City Bowl coming up at the end of the year. This is the one and only Tom Abraham Show with John Abraham and one Joe Hunk.
You're listening to the Tom Abraham Show with Joe Hunk on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Check out VSiN's catalog of original podcasts, daily and weekly programming to keep you in the know when you're on the go. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Major League Baseball tonight, Game 5 between the Padres and the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. The winner advances to face the Mets in the National League Championship Series. Yu Darvish starts for San Diego. Yoshi Yamamoto named the starter for the Dodgers. LA minus 145 on the money line tonight. The Padres at plus 120. Tomorrow night, the Tigers and Guardians battle in Game 5. The winner advances to face the Yankees in the American League Championship Series. Tarek Skubal starts for Detroit. Tigers minus 130. Cleveland plus 110 at home. Thursday night football, the Niners beat the Seahawks 36-24. San Francisco was favored by 3.5. That's the VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. I'm Chuck Sanders.
You need a lawyer and pick up the phone. I'm attorney Gary Lackey. When you call for a lawyer, where does that phone ring? My phone rings in my office.
I'm attorney Justin Lackey. My phone rings in my office too.
So does mine. I'm attorney Jennifer Lackey. And when you've been hurt and need help, we're the ones who take your call.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
It's the dawning of a new age in Tuscaloosa.
I understand what Alabama football is all about. Roll time.
Join the Crimson Tide as the Kalen DuBois era begins.
Touchdown!
Join us Saturday as the Crimson Tide take on South Carolina in an SEC showdown in Tuscaloosa. Our coverage begins at 8 a.m. on your home for Alabama football.
Listen to Alabama football all season long on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
The company is Eagle Masonry and Insulation, but did you know they're also Eagle Landscaping and Dirt Work? Eagle can take care of all your landscaping needs, including irrigation, sod work, and planting, both plants and trees. On the dirt work side, Eagle can grade and build your pads, haul dirt in or out, and even do erosion control. Philip Love and his team can do it all for you. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
Embark on a flavorful journey at the Brewers Cooperative, located within the vibrant community hub of Dawghouse in Huntsville. Their brewery isn't just about crafting exceptional beers. It's a destination where culinary delights and local brews harmonize. Whether you're seeking a laid-back lunch or a lively dinner with friends, their diverse menu has something to please every palate. And with a commitment to quality and a passion for innovation, they invite you to savor the unique flavor of Huntsville's craft beer scene at the Brewers Cooperative.
Hello, listeners. I want to tell you a little bit about Minuteman Press and what we have to offer our community. We specialize in paper printing and can help from designing your piece to the finished product. We print media guides for many of the athletic departments at high schools and universities around the area. We typically purchase sponsorships from these schools as well to try and help them with their fundraising. Once we have reached our new normal, we also print all types of marketing materials for you to hand out either in person, via mail, or at various trade shows and events. At Minuteman Press, we're not just putting ink on paper, we're building relationships.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A sunny sky this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the upper 70s and lower 80s. We're going to drop into the low and mid 50s as we head into the overnight early into your Saturday morning. A sunny sky Saturday afternoon. Temperatures climbing again into the upper 70s and lower 80s. A couple of folks could see the mid 80s. A little warmer as we head into the overnight, but still not bad. Temperatures dropping into the mid and upper 50s. A mostly sunny sky for your Sunday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Phone lines are open to you at 256-5764.
97.7.
So that you can get in on the Friday trifecta here on the Tom Abraham Show, as Tom is down in Lake Martin, getting ready to actually leave there and head to Southside Gadsden so that he can broadcast that Buckhorn Bucks game that they have coming up tonight on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. We've got about 11 more minutes, or I should say about 15 more minutes for you to be able to get in on this. Now, we always talk about games that are happening at the same time. Like, if this game's happening, how am I going to be able to watch this game, or I'm going to have to make a decision on which one I'm watching. All right, if you are somebody like myself and you do love a little bit of baseball on this, we just got a notification just a few minutes ago from the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Guardians, because they were actually supposed to be playing each other Saturday night in Cleveland. But because of impending weather that is going to take place, Major League Baseball and the two teams have announced that they're actually moving up first pitch, where now it's going to be a noon first pitch between the Tigers and Guardians on Saturday afternoon. So there's only a couple of games that are really good when it talks about your 11 a.m. kicks that you could be paying attention to, because you do have Clemson and Wake Forest. You do have South Carolina and Alabama playing each other. But outside of that, there's not that many other like top 25 games that you really want to be paying attention to. So if you're a baseball guy and you need to have your two that you have it on, this is actually better for you because right when this wraps up, you can then turn it over to Texas, Oklahoma for the Red River rivalry, which is a game that is in our Friday trifecta. We've got our Friday trifecta going on here for the next little bit. There's 2 ways for you to get in. Simply by shooting Tom a text at 732-9TA show, which is 732-982-7469. Or you can be cool and you can call and talk to John Abraham and myself at 256-576-4977. Now, let's go back to those phone lines. We're going to start now with Wildcat Joe. Wildcat Joe, how's it going, man?
Going pretty good, fellas. How are y'all?
Doing pretty good. Now, for Wildcat, which Wildcat are we talking about with this one?
Kentucky Wildcats.
Okay, okay, good. So you're a Kentucky Wildcat I can like. There's a couple on that call that you're like, maybe one in particular. But, this is a Wildcat one that we can like. So now, before we even get in the trifecta, how are you feeling about this Vandy-Kentucky game?
Man, Vandy coming off the big win against Alabama. I think Kentucky's got a good chance to get the dub. The defense is, top 5 in the nation. It's going to be hard to stop Pavia, but I think our defense can get it done, and I think we can get a 20-point win.
All right, 20-point win. I thought you were going to say
we're covering that 13-point spread. We're covering.
I thought you were going to say like a 3.5-point win. I wasn't expecting a 20-point win.
We are covering.
All right, let's see who else you think may be covering. So we got Florida and Tennessee plus 15.5 on Florida. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Tennessee.
All right.
Tennessee all the way.
All right. Now then, what do you think about Gamecocks and Crimson Tide? South Carolina's going to Tuscaloosa, 21.5-point dogs.
Same reason here. Alabama coming off the loss. I think they rebound. Big victory.
All right. Oklahoma and Texas. Oklahoma plus 14.5. Now we'll let you know injury report is out and Oklahoma has like 5 wide receivers and a tight end that's already on the injury report listed as out.
Yeah, they may be starting some guy from the student section at wide receiver this week. So, yeah, I'm definitely taking Texas for sure. Texas covered 14 at halftime.
Oh, 14 at halftime. Like, that's saying you don't even have to worry about that one. You can go ahead and turn it over to another game.
Yeah, you don't even get extra points for that one, but he's confident with it.
He's confident. He's about as confident as he is about this Kentucky Vanderbilt game. All right, Ohio State and Oregon. Buckeyes, 3.5-point favorite.
Buckeyes traveling out to Oregon. They are going down. The Ducks get the outright victory.
Oh, dang. All right. I would say that I would love to see Kentucky beat Vanderbilt, but that also means that we'd have to hear somebody else call in and brag about it. So I'm just going to say best of luck. How about that?
Hey, I'll take that. Guys, I appreciate it, guys.
All right. Thanks for that, Wildcat Joe. Look, man, everybody in the fan base has their great fans and their horrible fans. I can't lie. So we just got to take it for what it is. All right, let's continue on the phone lines right now because we've got them lined up. Styles, welcome in Tom Abraham Show. How you going, man?
Hey, brother. What's happening?
Hey, nothing much, man. How about you? How's that dog doing, man?
She's out here going crazy.
What kind of dog is it?
It's a Dachshund.
Oh, sweet.
Little 12-pound lap dog Dachshund, about 12 years old. Sweetest thing you've ever seen in your life. But I'm sitting out on my porch. She barks at everything that goes by, even whether it's imaginary or not.
Oh, so you're living the good life. You're on your porch, hanging out, fantastic weather outside. Yeah, you're living a good life right now.
Right now, I'm enjoying it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got a libation going. You know what I'm saying? It's not so bad. A little day drinking. Can't beat that.
Look, man, it's 1:44 on a Friday. I promise you, you're not the only one at this point in time that's doing this on a Friday.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, I mean,
I think you're correct. I just want to get in on the picks, my brother. Let's get mine in so somebody else can get a chance too, if you don't mind. I know it's getting late.
All right, here we go. Gators and Vols. Tennessee is a 15.5-point favorite on Florida.
Man, yeah, Florida. Yeah, we'll go Tennessee.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not wrong. South Carolina is heading to Tuscaloosa as a 21.5-point dog.
I know that's a lot of points, bro, but I believe Crimson, so I cannot bet against Crimson. So we're going Alabama.
Oh, okay. I was already writing South Carolina down. I didn't know where you were heading with that one. Okay.
No, man, no, they're gonna bounce back. They got something to prove this week.
All right, Oklahoma and their student section is taking on the Texas Longhorns plus 14.5.
Yeah, I think Texas is gonna get on that one.
All right. So you got Texas on it, and then Ohio State and Oregon. Ohio State is a 3.5-point favorite.
Being from the South, it's hard to take Ohio State for much of anything.
I know.
But I think I'm going to have to in this regard. I'm going to say Ohio State.
All right. You got Ohio State. You have Texas. You have Bama. And you have Tennessee, man. Look, I appreciate the phone call. We appreciate it, sir. Styles, enjoy that little drink you were having on this Friday afternoon, and just and pet your dog and tell him hello for us.
All right, brother. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
All right, have a good one, sir. That is Styles, and that's how you do it, okay? Because we've only got about 10 minutes to go right now. What we're going to do, we're going to take a break, give John a little bit of a break because
I'm actually chilling right now.
But you've had phone calls this entire time. Like every single second that we say 256-5764
97.7.
You start hearing it in the background. Then bling bling, bling bling bling.
I'm gonna be honest though, it's nothing like the pick two. These listeners are really good at spreading things out, and I think it's mainly because some of them are probably still at work. So
absolutely. By the way, Kramer hopped in back on the WZZN TV chat, and he said everybody that's listening on Brindley Mountain probably turned their radio off after the horse laugh related to that 62-point line that we brought up against Geraldine. Look, we're not coming up with the lines, okay? This is all for fun. It's a website that we brought. Honestly, what we should probably do is on Mondays, we should probably go back and look at some of these big lines just to see how accurate they actually were.
I feel like they can't all be hitting, but they're so confidently 60 plus. I just don't understand.
Would it be messed up to do a Friday trifecta on high school football?
I think it would be awesome if we did it if we did something like that, at least on the morning blitz.
All right, you got Spartman, you got James Clemens line 12.5.
Tom couldn't do it. We can't have that. We have to have it on the morning blitz because we're a little bit closer to those high school ages,
Oh God, we would so be getting text messages. All right, we're going to finish up the Tom Abraham show. Make sure you get in at 256-5764
97.7.
See, told you right when that mic comes on,
Yeah.
boom, you start hearing that phone line ring. That means that you only got one less line to get in on the Tom Abraham show on this Friday afternoon.
You're listening to the Tom Abraham Show with Joe Hunk on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Normally, when you call a roofing company, all you hear is you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Since 1965, the folks at Fleming have been focused on what you need, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement, commercial or residential. And when it comes to storm damage, you want Fleming on your side. They know all the ins and outs of insurance claims and will guide you through the entire process. Log on FlemingHSV.com and book your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
It all comes back to money.
Visit our store right now at zonedeals.bigdealsmedia.net to take advantage of all the best deals in the Tennessee Valley. Or just go to our website, 977ESPN.com, and click on the Zone Deals logo to start saving right now.
Now, as to the price.
These deals won't last long, so get yours now. Zone Deals. You'll thank us later.
A man who could easily afford to buy a vowel.
It's time to get ready for game day. That means Alabama football and tailgate. Whether you're tailgating at home or at Bryant-Denny, visit Brooks & Collier for North Alabama's largest selection of premium grills and smokers like Big Green Egg, Blaze, Delta Heat, Memphis, and Traeger. Satisfy any palate with our wall of rubs and seasonings. For all your tailgating needs, visit Brooks & Collier at 813 Meridian Street or at brooksandcollier.com. An Alabama tradition for over 75 years. Roll Tide.
In football and in finance, the best offense is a good defense. Neighbors Wealth Management has joined forces with Alliance Group to provide Alabamans with world-class financial service on both sides of the ball. Get the expertise to grow your wealth and protect your assets all under one roof. Give us a call and let's work together to turn your personal financial franchise into a perennial powerhouse. 256-469-2324 or visit us at neighborswealthmanagement.com. That number again is 256-469-2324 or neighborswealthmanagement.com. Attention life insurance owners. Do you have a policy with cash value and haven't had a review since you purchased your policy? Did you forget who the agent is? Your policy may be at risk as interest rates have fallen and remain at historical lows. Contact the experts at Neighbors Wealth Management to get a free policy review and know where you stand. Call us at Neighbors Wealth Management, 256-469-2324, or on the web at neighborswealthmanagement.com. That's Neighbors Wealth Management, 256-469-2324, or on the web at neighborswealthmanagement.com.
Everything you need is just a click away.
I screw up sometimes, silly.
Okay, almost everything.
Come on, pal. Tell your fortune.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com. 977 ESPN, The Zone.
Starting to believe that if we started doing a high school football trifecta, I think we may actually have even more people hopping in on it right now. I feel like that would be the case.
Yeah.
That we'd be in trouble if this website ever went down and stopped doing the picks.
Well, then we'd have to come up with our own lines.
Come up with our own lines. We'll just ask Drew. Drew, can you give us a line for this Geraldine Brindley Mountain match?
It's not a terrible idea, but I don't think we're just going to get callers that are trying to get those picks in. I think we're also going to get some mad moms.
You know what? I think that actually it would probably be even more balanced when it comes to the Friday trifecta and trying to pay attention to what each high school is doing, because it's even harder to pay attention to every high school as it is paid attention to every single one of the schools that we have in the Friday trifecta. I think it would be. Not saying that we should do it, not saying that we won't do it, but just throwing out things. I mean, we only got like 3 or 4 weeks left in the regular season anyway for high school football, so now's not the time to start that. But hey, just want to throw it out. Tom Abraham Show, as I am Joe Hunk. He is John Abraham. You can hear us every single Monday through Friday from 9 to 11 on the Morning Blitz on 97.7 ESPN The Zone, as well as ESPN Winchester. And you may or may not hear me periodically as well on the Tom Abraham Show. You know, kind of happens.
Just
like that.
You know, like slowly throwing out slide remarks.
Every single time, man. I will just.
That's what I love being behind this window, man. If it's just one-on-one, I get to throw some funny stuff.
It's just like a flyby. By the way, JP2 is a 12.5-point favorite over Dar. I just like throwing out with Dar losing.
You know, no lie, no offense. That's a bad game.
We got some more texts coming in on WZZN TV on YouTube, as well as 97.7 ESPN on X, as well as ESPN Winchester. Brandon, it just said, let's go Geraldine. And Michael says, roll that chili, LSU Lynch. He says, I've got gumbo tomorrow. They're getting ready for some football. So now let's get ready to wrap up this Friday trifectas. We got some more people on hold. So let's go ahead and get to it, as we only have a few more minutes left on the Tom Abraham Show. Keith, the Michigan fan, how's it going, man?
Going all right. All right, let's get these picks so somebody else can get there.
All right, let's get them in, man. Florida, 15.5-point dog to Tennessee.
Florida.
All right, going Florida on that one. South Carolina, 21.5-point dog to Bama.
I hate this, but I got to say the evil empire.
Yeah, no, you're not talking about South Carolina unless it's basketball.
No, I'm not.
Oklahoma, 14.5-point dog to Texas.
Texas is going to run them out the stadium.
All right, now this is going to be the interesting one. Ohio State, 3.5-point favorite against Oregon.
If the Buckeyes don't win, their head coach with a $20 million roster, it might not make it to the end of the season. Well, he'll make it to the end of the season, but that'll be it, because he'll beat Michigan this year unless we find a quarterback. You got one for sale?
No, trust me. Now, I do actually have one for sale. It's a beautiful late year model. Got it originally from Michigan State. It's only really good at making sure that everybody else that he plays looks really good.
High mileage.
High mileage on this. A little beat up on the sides based on offensive line play, but I can get you into a great Peyton Thorne model for no less than $10, $15.
Yeah. It's like
I think this is the first time I've called and I've picked Ohio State Buckeyes and the Evil Empire Alabama in the pick 3.
Look, that's the reason why when I got to the Ohio State one, I said, all right, let's see how he's going to go with this one. Like, let's just see how he's going to go. I was going to be interested. All right, Keith, we appreciate it, man. All right. Hal, you at the moment, unless we get one more call in here after you are going to be the last one for the Friday trifecta. Hal, how are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine. How are y'all doing?
Man, we are doing absolutely fantastic, man. You getting in on the trifecta?
Yes, sir. I'm the most unluckiest trifecta picker there is. So I'm going to do the Seinfeld episode of Opposite Day.
Okay.
It's opposite of what I think.
So everything that you think, you're actually going the opposite with.
That's right.
Okay. So Florida plus 15.5 versus Tennessee.
I think Tennessee. I'm going Florida.
All right. So you're going with Florida on that one. You have South Carolina plus 21.5 against Bama.
I think Bama. I'm going South Carolina.
All right. So that means Oklahoma plus 14.5 versus Texas.
You got it.
That means you're going Oklahoma, right?
You got it.
Oh my God. That's why I was like, wait a second. I need clarification. And Ohio State minus 3.5 against Oregon.
I would prefer Oregon, but I guess I'll take the Buckeyes.
All right. You have Ohio State. So your gut says that Tennessee's going to cover, that Bama's going to cover, that Texas is going to cover, and that Oregon is going to beat Ohio State. But that means that you took Florida, South Carolina, Oklahoma, and Ohio State, right?
You got it.
All right, Hal. We'll see how this goes, man. The Oklahoma one's the one that I just kind of went, all right, let's see how committed he is to this. All right, man. Have a good one, sir.
You too, Bob.
All right, man. That's how the Friday trifecta goes, at least on the Tom Abraham show when it comes to calling in.
I mean, usually you don't do opposite day, but Hal's an interesting character. And honestly, a lot of those could actually come true.
So just looking at the ones that we have, because obviously we don't have access to Tom's text chain that you can get in on at 732-982-7469. You can also send your picks there. We've put them on the X feeds at 977 ESPN. So if you didn't able to get in, you can text them that way. But just looking at the list of callers that we've had so far on the show, there's only 4 people that have went with Oklahoma to cover against Texas. There are 8 people that went with Florida to cover against Tennessee. There are 5 people that think South Carolina is going to cover against Bama, and Oregon and Ohio State. That one's actually split. That one's split.
Fair.
On 97.7 coming up here at 5:00, you're going to have The Drive with Steve Moulton and Wes Neighbors, as Steve is going to be broadcasting from my alma mater, New Hope, as Madison Academy is getting ready to take on the Indians. Again, Zone 4, James Clemens, Sparkman, you may want to be there. For John Abraham, I'm Joe Hunk. Have a great one. This has been the Tom Abraham Show.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi, another generation.